Today, our topic is why Stoicism is the ultimate survival philosophy. Life is full of challenges, and sometimes it feels like the world is against us. We face problems at work, in relationships, and even within ourselves. It's easy to feel lost, overwhelmed, or even defeated. But what if I told you there's a way to not just survive these challenges, but to thrive through them? This is where Stoicism comes in. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy, but its lessons are timeless. It teaches us how to stay strong, calm, and focused, no matter what life throws at us. Stoicism is not about avoiding problems or pretending everything is fine. It's about facing reality head-on, accepting what we cannot change, and focusing on what we can control. This is why Stoicism is the ultimate survival philosophy. Let's start by understanding what Stoicism really is. Stoicism was founded in ancient Greece, around 300 BC, by a man named Zeno. Later, it was developed by philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. These thinkers didn't just write about Stoicism, they lived it. Marcus Aurelius, for example, was a Roman emperor who ruled during one of the most difficult times in Roman history. Despite the chaos around him, he remained calm and focused, using Stoic principles to guide his decisions. Stoicism teaches us that life is not about what happens to us, but how we respond to it. We cannot control everything in life. We can't control the weather, other people's actions, or even many of the events that happen to us. But we can control our thoughts, our attitudes, and our actions. This is the core idea of Stoicism. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. This simple idea is incredibly powerful. It helps us stop wasting energy on things we can't change and instead focus on what we can do to improve our lives. For example, imagine you lose your job. This is a difficult situation, and it's normal to feel upset or worried. But a Stoic would remind you that while you can't control the fact that you lost your job, you can control how you respond. You can choose to stay positive, update your resume, and start looking for new opportunities. By focusing on what you can control, you turn a difficult situation into an opportunity for growth. Another key idea in Stoicism is the concept of Amor fati, which means love of fate. This means accepting everything that happens to us, good or bad, as part of our journey. Instead of complaining or resisting, we learn to embrace our circumstances and find meaning in them. This doesn't mean we have to like everything that happens, but we can choose to see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. For example, if you get sick, you might feel frustrated or scared. But a Stoic would remind you that even in illness, there are lessons to be learned. You might learn to appreciate your health more, to be patient, or to find strength you didn't know you had. By accepting your situation, you can find peace and even gratitude in the midst of difficulty. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of perspective. Often, we make our problems seem bigger than they really are. We blow things out of proportion and let small issues ruin our day. But Stoics remind us to step back and see the bigger picture. They encourage us to ask ourselves, will this matter in a week? A month? A year? Most of the time, the answer is brevity. By keeping things in perspective, we can avoid unnecessary stress and focus on what truly matters. For example, if someone cuts you off in traffic, it's easy to get angry and let it ruin your mood. But a Stoic would remind you that this small inconvenience is not worth your energy. Instead of getting upset, you can choose to let it go and move on with your day. This doesn't mean you ignore problems or pretend they don't exist. It means you prioritize your mental energy and focus on what's truly important. Another important Stoic principle is the idea of Memento mori, which means remember that you will die. This might sound dark or depressing, but it's actually a powerful reminder to live fully and appreciate the time we have. Knowing that life is short helps us focus on what really matters, and avoid wasting time on trivial things. It reminds us to be grateful for the people we love, to pursue our goals, and to make the most of every moment. For example, if you're feeling stuck in a job you don't like, the idea of memento mori might inspire you to take action. Life is too short to spend it doing something that doesn't fulfill you. Instead of waiting for things to change, you can take steps to create the life you want. Stoicism also teaches us the value of self-discipline. In a world full of distractions and temptations, it's easy to lose focus and waste time. But Stoics believe that true freedom comes from self-control. By mastering our desires and impulses, we can live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. This doesn't mean we have to live like monks or deny ourselves all pleasures. It means we choose to prioritize what's truly important and avoid being controlled by our emotions or impulses. For example, if you're trying to save money but feel tempted to buy something you don't need, a Stoic would remind you to stay focused on your long-term goal. By practicing self-discipline, you can make choices that align with your values and bring you closer to the life you want. Finally, Stoicism teaches us the importance of kindness and compassion. While Stoics emphasize self-control and inner strength, they also believe in treating others with respect and empathy. We are all part of a larger community, and our actions affect those around us. By being kind and understanding, we can create a better world for ourselves and others. For example, if someone upsets you, instead of reacting with anger, you can choose to respond with patience and understanding. By practicing compassion, you not only improve your own life, but also contribute to the well-being of those around you. In conclusion, Stoicism is the ultimate survival philosophy because it gives us the tools to face life's challenges with strength, calm, and clarity. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot change, and find meaning in every situation. By practicing Stoic principles, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. Whether you're facing a personal crisis, a professional setback, or just the everyday stresses of life, Stoicism offers a way to not just survive, but to thrive. It reminds us that we are stronger than we think, and that with the right mindset we can overcome any obstacle. So the next time life feels overwhelming, remember the wisdom of the Stoics. Take a deep breath, focus on what you can control, and move forward with confidence. Life is not about what happens to us, but how we choose to respond. And with Stoicism as your guide, you can face anything life throws your way.